Hello everyone, hopefully you are doing great. In this week, our discussion topic based on hostile media effect theory and elaboration likelihood model. First of all, I am coming in hostile media effect theory. It basically means that people's pre-existing beliefs and understand can influence them in pursuing any media content, even though it's valence or standard. But if any person skip any beliefs and he or she actually perceive this media content based on his or her standpoint. And in my experience, I noticed several these types of hostile media effects on media content. Basically, as it's a psychological phenomenon and it's actually psychologically. Most of the times, several political issues, social justice issues, several controversial issues such as immigrations, refugees, public health, and these types of issues actually make debates among audience, and they actually feel that the media coverage is so much biased, and they make so distrust among these types of media outlets and increase day by day. So it actually happen when they can't match their pre-existing beliefs with the media content. I would like to make several experienced example about this matter. First of all, I'd like to say vaccination of COVID-19, and this time actually the media coverage was positive, and they actually want to make awareness about safety measures of audience about this vaccination. But which types of persons think about it that this vaccination have side effects and it's also harmful for the reproduction health in our country. Actually they don't allow these types of content of media as a positive purpose, but which types of people they are so concerned about their health issues, they actually accept it positively, and they don't think this same coverage as it's actually enough for their safety information. So this same coverage among these skepticisms and the awards people, it was totally different. And if I can say about in these political issues in our countries, the election process, I would like to say in election actually media outlets try to spread news even though based on two sides sources information, and it try to make it balance, but which it's based on the pre-existing beliefs. One person can think that they actually make manipulation information against their supported teams, and other teams also think that it's not enough to identifying the faults of particular candidate. So it's also happen in political issues, and these types of media hostiles it's extreme level actually plays in this political issues area. And not only that, any controversial issues such as in Rohingya crisis in our country, you can say, as they are from Muslim arena, so for religious sentiment some people actually take it as a positive that they will stay in Bangladesh, but others peoples don't take it positively that they will stay in Bangladesh. They actually want that they will go back in their country, and they force government to do that. So based on their differences of beliefs and understanding, actually when media coverage it's balanced and standard, even though but they think it's totally against their viewpoints, and they don't take it so positively. So in these situations, which types of emotional causes happened here, I would like to sort out three types of emotional responses happened by these media hostiles. First of all, this frustration, when individuals don't see that his viewpoints and standard points not actually exploring by media exposure, so he or she become frustrated by these media outlets, and day by day actually he become anger, and he used to anger by here by this news and media outlets content, and actually in this way this turns into distrust, and these types of distrusts happens when the social issues actually audience when can match their pre-existing values beliefs with the media content. This distrust happens and it's influence the echo chambers filter bubble in our media outlets a lot. And I think this media hostile affects so extreme way in our media content, and most of the times media outlets so concerned about their audience beliefs also, so it's actually harmful for our neutral and balanced news content. And I think it's have to concern by the audience to remove their biasness from understanding any news content. Now I am telling about how can one spot the potential media bias and how can mitigate the problems from news coverage. First of all, this person should be concerned about the framing process of news content and the source selections process. Why it is important? Because this framing process for in Bangladesh context, it's somehow they actually frame the victim as they blame them, or somehow they frame any women as they actually by using exaggerated word they create a negative perspectives. So in this case, using words, using tone, any sensitive concerns, so it's important to make a neutral frame for news content and selection of source, and make balance between taking source for comment for news content, and the source selections is also important, from which source actually they are gathering this data for reporting, and it's authentic or not, it's important to maintain. And the most first and foremost which I want to say, the exaggeration is have to be concerned, because in headline or any news body, if a journalist use biased news content or language tone and negative cultural codification, then it will be harmful and they can't manage the neutrality in news content. And how actually they can mitigate the biasness from their media coverage? First and foremost, is have to practice the make balance between source selections. They have to more concern about media literacy and this which types of biasness, confirmation bias, or misinformation, disinformations, malinformations actually happen. They have to concern about it. They also can take some workshops and practical course on based these types of learning media literacy also, which will be helpful for be concerned. And the fact checking, have to cross check and check again about for any information as it is true or not. Basically have keep importance in any controversial issues, and have to engage with controversial group, because I think if they concern about which topic and which types of language is controversial for publishing, and by actually be concerned about it, the journalist should learn and can focus on these controversial issues, sensationalization, their sensitive area, and in this way actually when they learn about everything, they can publish neutral and balanced news. And by focusing these types of criteria on, news outlets can publish balanced news, mitigating the harmful effects of hostile media. Now I am telling about the elaboration likelihood model. Basically it illustrates how one people actually influenced by any media content. Is it a central route or a peripheral route? In my perspectives actually, nowadays in this digital media age, I am pursuing several information by peripheral routes a lot rather than central route. Basically this central route means the deep understanding and the insightful research content which I have when I am consuming any product or consuming any content and make consent of them. And the peripheral way actually means that in which way I am consuming any product or content based on attractive endorsement, the celebrity advocacy, or any emotional content. So as we have no time and we actually have no knowledge about any different information of any things, in this case actually it's happened to me that I actually influenced by their content. For example, I can say that a skincare product, actually I buy several skincare product and several dietitian foods content also from online based on celebrity advocacy. And when I noticed several advertisement in social media platforms, but I can't relay them. But when I noticed that my favorite actors also made publicity about these types of products, and my actress actually make advertisement for these skincare products. So without any research and deep understanding, actually I believe that okay, it will be right, and I purchase it. So not only that, in others case also it happened, as in our country one famous restaurant in our area, actually it's so expensive, but most of the persons told that so much popular and every food is so spicy good. So I actually by hearing their comment, I just influenced and I went there to eat food, but this food was not so much good as they actually make publicity. So it's also happened with me, and I chose to go this restaurant for this peripheral route and not any central understanding. And it's also happened in emotional content also, when any organization or any advertisement company published any emotional content based advocacy. Actually by watching this advertisement, I become involved with this content, and actually it's influenced me to buy or adopt this product or content. And this, I think this attractiveness of news content and the affiliation of our any sentiment or emotional advertisement, it's actually make a strong peripheral routes for influencing us, and rather than this central route, because this central route is based on this deep understanding. So lack of our time, we can't go through this way, and we can make the logic why actually they are publishing, what's the reason, their accountability, transparency, we didn't concern about it. For this case actually it's happened for with us that we influenced by this peripheral route a lot rather than this central route. Now I am telling about how the use of these central routes and the periphery routes in marketization and the sports projects can be helpful for ensuring the long-term loyalty. If we use these two terms in our marketizations and our sports advocacy process, then it will be helpful for us to maintaining this long-term loyalty. For example, I can say that one sports competitions, one new team actually make peripheral route for engaging audience, and they actually hired several famous footballers in their group, and by this way actually for one particular player they can catch lots of audience, and in this way actually they can engage with them, and the audience will engage this sports group for maintaining their fans, their followers. And but if this group doesn't maintain their quality community engagement so properly, then they will reduce their audience, they will destroy their supporters. So in this case actually day by day they have to improve their these central data affiliations, and they can put their community engagement messages, their several strengths points and in front of audience, and can make a great collaboration with audience by this central route way. So if they make this combination of first of all this peripheral route, and after this go through in central route, a sports team can improve their audience list, and they also can improve their quality, not only in this sports case but also in any product or any marketization process. They also can follow because first of all, when they are new for engaging with more audience and consumers, it's important to make some attractive and emotional affiliations for them, and after that to maintaining this trustworthy among these audiences. Definitely they have to develop this central route, and by this way the deep knowledge, the deep understanding about this product and the logic, the quality that actually the persons can consume, and they can make consent to product and reinforcing these products again and again. So it's important first of all, and this advocacy of audience. Definitely in sports and marketizations process, every person should maintain their transparency and their information up to date for audience, because audience deserve the right information, the actual influence of the product usings, and the actual situations of the sports group. So that's the reason actually have to keep up to date the audience, the consumers about their essential informations. And if this can go away, then by using these central peripheral routes and the central routes, one person can maintain a good advocacy for audience or fans group. And finally, I would like to say that this elaboration likelihood model, which I can say that these two particular routes, it's too important for maintaining long-term loyalty, and we have to go through by two approach. And first of all, have to in initial stage we have to approach the periphery data, and after that we have to go toward the central route. And by using these two routes, the combination of these two routes will helpful for any marketizations, any organizations or any sports competitions groups or similar activities for maintaining a good relationships with consumers and audience. Thanks a lot, everybody.